Universal Studios Japan. Today is the first day of their Halloween celebration. However, today is not the first day of Halloween Horror Nights. This is Japan, so they do things a little differently. In the mornings, they usually have like kid-centric events where they do trick-or-treating and they dress up and they allow kids to experience Halloween, a very light Halloween. Then at night, it goes crazy. But those zombies don't come out till the 7th, which is tomorrow. Today is the 6th. But there should be a lot of re-themed areas dressed up for Halloween, and maybe, just maybe, we might be able to get into 1 or 2 haunted houses before Halloween Horror Nights officially starts. But enough talk, let's go. Judging from the ticket sales starting tomorrow, I don't think the haunted houses will be open today, but you never know. And we're in. About a week ago, they stopped their Universal Cool Japan event, and now they're starting Halloween. They have Horror Night themed Minions popcorn tins. Yeah, the Minions have really taken over this park, huh? And they've changed the flowers in the pots to more Halloween festive fake flowers. There's all the haunted houses opening up tomorrow, but you never know. Cult of Chucky opening up at 12 and Biohazard opening up at 10. But you need a time ticket for that. And the theater now has Shrek 4D and the Sesame Street show in it. But tomorrow they will open up Blood Legend. Unfortunately, Godzilla and Evangelion and also Sailor Moon have been evicted from this theater. And the Halloween Horror Nights guide is up as well. The Resident Evil attractions, because there's 2 of them. There's the Space Fantasy Black Hole, which is a roller coaster, Blood Legend, which you just saw. Hotel Albert 2 Requiem, the restaurant that's themed to werewolves. The Scare Zone, Area 51, and also all the monsters and shows that they have. And that's supposed to be the icon this year, Dr. Chaos. And they've got all these different areas, Monster, Mummy, Circus, Cutie, Prison, Prior, and Tribal, all throughout this area. And there's a safety area in Minions and the Kid Zone. We'll talk more about this a little later. When I say later, I mean next time. And the construction wall for whatever they're rebuilding or demolishing. They used to have the Universal Cool Japan stars on it, have now been replaced with some spooky monsters and some spooky jack-o'-lanterns, which it's really hard to get people in Japan to say, oh, it's a jack-o'-lantern. They say kabocha. Kabocha is a pumpkin. Oh, kabocha, kabocha, kabocha. Now you know a little word in Japanese. Does this count as Universal Studios Japan's purple wall? I'm on Instagram. Space Fantasy's been taken over by a black hole, which I guess that's why they put this here instead of what they normally put, which that came back in July when they reopened it. And it sounds like the music's pretty spooky different too. Yes, that this is a re-themed ride, my friends. This might be the one Halloween Horror Nights experience we did today. And at a 15-minute wait, it's not that bad.
私もこんな目に合わせた卑劣な連中を懲らしめるのにまだ時間が必要だというのか。
ブラックホールが開くだけでなく研究所全体が飲み込まれてしまいます。そんなに大きなブラックホールを開けてしまっては閉じる方法がありません。大変なことになりますよ。大惨事です。あるいは
私の思い通りになるのだ。
It looks like there was an experiment and there was a rogue doctor that went a little crazy and accidentally started a black hole, which this is the first time they haven't used the pre-show. You just kind of walk right through it. Also, the icon of this year's event is Dr. Chaos, so I imagine he has something to do with this little ride here. I'm just happy I get to do like a Halloween Horror Nights ride before the event actually begins. Regardless, this is realistically the exact same ride, except in the dark. Like the entire thing's in the dark. They don't make it out of this without becoming monster meat. Alright, I gotta go from here. They don't let me film after this part. Because the line was so short, I actually got to go on my own car. It was pretty cool. Basically, that doctor that you saw at the very beginning of the video was like, hey, we're sending you into a monster dimension. You know, try to get out of there and be alive and research the monsters, because this is the first year they're trying to get away from zombies and try to do something different with monsters to kind of phase out the zombies. And this ride ties into that. It was dark, it was a bunch of sounds going near you, and being completely by myself, it was silent except for the monsters screaming in your ear, and it was completely in the dark. It was a pretty good little experience. Terminator's back, Attack on Titan is gone. However, at 6 tomorrow, Sadako's coming in there, which is the girl from The Ring, and that's a terrifying show. Cannot wait to see that again. Now, I'm just gonna take a guess here, but I think Dr. Chaos might be a golfer. To my knowledge, this might be the first time that there's kind of a unified icon at Universal Studios Japan that's not only featured in the story of the year, but also in some of the rides, like the Black Hole Space Fantasy roller coaster I just went on. Which, on that note, isn't it cool that this park has attractions that are themed for their seasonal events? Like, you get to ride Halloween Horror Nights rides, and not only that, you get to do attractions like right over there, Biohazard the Extreme. Which, man oh man, I wish this was open right now. This experience is actually 2 haunted houses in one. There's the Leon side and the Claire side. I don't know if they give you a gun yet, but I hope they do. So there's Bert doing some Indian style dancing, and then they have this area here that's not covered by a big school bus. There's this thing that they're doing with kids that has to do with paint and stuff. I don't even know what it is. The kids around this experience involves paint, very get messy. Wow, I don't know how many people would be like, yeah, let's all get painted in our nice clothes. Let's draw! Down there you can see Spider-Man mugging for a shot, and then there's people dressed up like characters from Sailor Moon. I'd like to point out that Sailor Moon and the gang are all men, but you know, more power to them. Right here is the exit to the Resident Evil haunted house, or as they call it out here, Biohazard. And they've got this lovely sign to let you know that this is Raccoon City. I think that's incredible. That's a selfie right there. That's a cute photo op. There's a lot of unique looking food up there, huh? What do you think? Would you prefer a spicy cod roll and cheese pizza roll, a mystery soda, tiramisu, sweet potato and chestnut churros, cream-filled powdered messy melon bread, only available after 12. Huh. Hello Kitty Chucky. Okay, she wants you for a best friend. Personally, I think the Hello Kitty strawberry sundae and the Hello Kitty tomato curry bun sound the best. What would you pick? As Omek would say, the choice is yours and yours alone. Here's a quick Super Nintendo World update. You can see the clouds on top of the hill that is exposed up there, which I believe is the top of the Yoshi ride. Surprisingly, even though the minions are used out front as like the icons of what's going on for Halloween, there are absolutely no Halloween changes in this area. Strange. But the wait's only 15 minutes long, so for the first time in a long time, I'm gonna do this ride. I don't know how long this ride is. During Horror Nights, this area can't be taken over at all. It's got to be a safety area because it's kid-centric. However, there was a Back to the Future and The Grudge crossover in this attraction where at the end you went into a Japanese house and you died, and there was a ghost waiting for you when you got off the ride. It's as bizarre as it sounds. Speaking of bizarre, there's a lot of yellow creatures in this area. Next door at Backdraft, that's where Area 51 is, where you can go raid it before the official raid date and go see if they got them aliens. Area 51. Attracting violent scenes. Sounds like fun. There's flame effects. Awesome. In front of the flying dinosaur, there's not much going on. However, they do have the standees out for the cutie zone that's going to be over here, which one would assume they've moved over here because, well, there was a bottleneck where they were at. Like, you couldn't get in or out. And they got the stuff for the mummy zone, which I think that makes sense to put in this area. Mummies, kind of can see that. And also the tribal zone, which should be over here, which is people banging on drums. They had those guys last year. This is new. Also, there's dinosaurs out right now. They wow them with those dinosaurs, but no one sees the giant blue raptor coming up behind them. It's never till too late. Just walking out by himself here. I give it to the person that's inside. I give it to the person that's inside the costume. There's a lot of puppetry inside there. The Amity area doesn't have much Halloween-related things, except for, well, a minion shake and a spooky pizza. Look at that thing, it's scary. And oh yeah, it has the Jaws ride. Getting off that awesome ride, Jaws is pretty cool, but it's also cool to see a scare zone for the first time in 3 years at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. And this is the Garden of the Cursed Rose, a garden-themed scare zone that should feature ghosts, ghouls, and ghastlies. They've moved some dirt to make way for some graves in this area. When they used this area before as just a passage through that had scare actors in it, this was like a test of bravery. A lot of people would just look at it and be like, no, there's too many people, too many zombies, not going through. So it should be interesting to see this place, especially with all like the dead ends that are here. Though I imagine that this will probably turn into a photo op area. I've heard that the citizens of Hogsmeade in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter are prepared for Halloween. Let's go in there and check out and see if they've actually decorated the area. Nothing spectacular, but they did indeed do it. Yes, it does look like they decorated for Halloween, except they were like, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. We'll just, you know, do what we normally do. Don't put a lot of effort in it. Okay, we did it. Okay, that's the Harry Potter Halloween experience. The kids area is decked out. Oh, that is so cute. It's adorable. Since it's pretty hot out right now, I think it'd be a good enough time to go check out inside the Snoopy Studio store and go see all the Halloween Horror Nights merch they have available at Universal Studios Japan. You may notice a theme. Everything here is super cute. They're selling Snoopy horror tissue boxes. It's a little bit of a shock if you're expecting something intense for Halloween Horror Nights. Things are undeniably cute. I'm willing to bet there's more merch in here than was in the Snoopy store. And I'd be correct. Look at that. Different popcorn tins for your minions. I like this music. Chucky. Evil comes in small packages. Hello Kitty. Glinda. What's her name? You guys want a Hello Kitty Chucky doll? I can get you one. Look at that. There's some zombie snacks there. And some intense cookies with some zombies on it, including the Ringmaster from last year. So now these are intense compared to what they're selling for clothes. Creepy LED lanterns. Mints. It's supposed to be a posh event. That's why they have very extravagant stuff for this. It's not technically scary. It's just like goth. Someone will correct me on the correct fashion sense. Hey, I found Haru while we were walking through the area. It's a long time no see for him. We just went on the Space Fantasy Black Hole. It makes sense. The guy's trying to get monsters to scare away the zombies. But speaking of zombies, there's a small attraction that just opened up. It's called Biohazard the Extreme. I'm going on Biohazard the Extreme. I'm doing the Resident Evil Haunted House right now. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Well, I thought they were open, but they got a thing that says Leon Roots and Claire Root out right now. So apparently the Biohazard Haunted House was open for about 2 hours and I missed it. A mutual friend of Haru's said that it wasn't a lot like a haunted house and more like a VR shooting game, and it's not like it was before. This truly breaks my heart. It looks like they were indeed open at one point in time, but now they are no longer. Well, since it seems that I missed the opening of that haunted house, I think it's about time for me to head on out anyway. I'm gonna be here all day tomorrow and I wanna get those tickets for that haunted house. As I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the full Halloween Horror Nights experience. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.